Yeah, hi friends, Doc South here, and I noticed in my computer notifications today, it's my friend Mary Lou. Mary Lou's birthday today. Yeah, doggone. Mary Lou's been a longtime friend of mine. Oh my gosh. We go back maybe 50 years, something like that. Darn near, darn near. When I was married to my first wife, Molly, um, they lived like two doors down from our antique shop in Chester, New Jersey. I know Sandy and Mary Lou would have been even closer friends. Sandy would have just dearly loved Mary Lou, and it was we were kind of close to each other in the '60s, the late '60s, early '70s. Back when all the hippies were around and stuff. Well, Molly and I were hippies, and Sandy would have been just a little kid at that point. But Mary Lou and Tom, just hardworking, a hardworking couple that had some wonderful kids of their own. It was really nice to know them. And Tom has since passed away. Mary Lou's still kicking, and just one of the great people. And I remember, I was just thinking about, oh gosh, it had to be maybe like 1969, 1970, something like that. Again, things were kind of crazy back in those days. And I remember Molly and I had a rubber raft, and Tom and Mary Lou went and got one. You know, these like two or three person rubber rafts, and we used to ride down rivers in them. And it was fun. We'd park a car at one point on the river, drive up upstream maybe 2 or 3 miles, and then you just ride. It was cool. And I remember on one such occasion, we were, I think, down around Oldwick, New Jersey, in that neck of the woods, maybe a little further downstream along the Raritan River. And we were in an area where it was kind of wide. The river was a little smooth, not really rapids, and we were just tooling along. And I remember it was either Tom or me said, "Hey, let's all go skinny dipping." Now, we had never said anything like that really before. And the girls looked at each other and they said, "Yeah, you guys go first." And I know darn well what was going to happen. Tom and I'd be in the buff and jumping in the water, and the girls would paddle off and leave us there. I know darn well that's what they were thinking of doing. We'd have been in a pickle, for sure, especially when the next flotilla of rubber rafts came by. But I remember we were seriously thinking about it, and we were dodging in amongst a bunch of rocks in this rather deep area of the river, when all of a sudden it was either me or one of the girls or Tom hit one of the rocks with the oar, to just kind of push off it, and the rock submerged. Yeah, the rock submerged, and so did the many of the other rocks. We realized we were in an area that was populated by snapping turtles. Big old snapping turtles. Man, I'm telling you, I was never so glad we decided to not go skinny dipping. That would have been awful. Dropping into that water with all those snappers around. Oh my God. So we all beat feet, paddled like crazy, and got out of there. And the girl said, "You boys going to go skinny dipping or what?" We said, "No, I think we're going to let's forget it today." And the girls all laughed, and I think probably Mary Lou probably hit me with a paddle full of water, and Molly went and hit Tom with a spray. It was one of those great days, though. Gosh, what a wonderful couple they were. Tom, like I said, has since passed away, and honest to Pete, he's probably in heaven. Tom is probably He's probably a stand-up comedian. I would think. He's probably got a cloud he sits on and tells jokes, and people gather around. He was never at a loss for a joke, and one would be funnier than the next. I don't know where he came up with them, but a wonderful guy. Mary Lou, just one of the sweetest people. She and I used to go to the horse racetrack together. Yeah, on occasion. Meadowlands Racetrack, and foolishly bet on the horses. Yeah, it was fun. It was great times, and a wonderful person. Mary Lou, happy birthday to you. Okay, and we'll see you now. Bye-bye, friends. God bless.